Good evening, class. Thank you so much for joining me on this video lecture. Apologies for the lateness of it. I had again some difficulties. I'm sure I'm gonna get this right soon, but I wanted to make sure you were definitely prepared to do your SWOT analysis this week. You won't have to post on Friday because of the lateness of this. At midnight, I will take that piece away, and I just really want to kind of get your feedback on doing a SWOT analysis and how that it can help you. One of the things that I want you to do now is stop the video and print out or bring up the SWOT on your laptop or computer so that we can kind of go through it together. So if you will, just stop the video and then we'll start. Now, one of the things that I want you to do is really understand why it's important to do a SWOT analysis. A SWOT kind of gives you an overview, or if you will, a understanding of where you stand in your industry. So it's divided up into two areas. It is considered your internal analysis of your business and your external. Now, internally, you're going to look at your strengths and weaknesses. This is the beginning of the SWOT acronym. You'll look at your strengths, what you have that you own. If we look at some of the questions that I have here, what are your strengths? What do you do better than others? What unique capabilities and resources do you possess? And what do others perceive as your strengths? This is really assessing you. And it's very important, especially for entrepreneurs starting a business, is really to get a sense of where they stand for themselves in their business. So if I would say strengths would be, my strength would be motivation. I like to motivate people. I like to move people forward. So in being a marketer, that's an important piece. You want to help people to move forward in their business. And so that's an important strength. Another strength for me might be speaker. I'm very good at doing speaking engagements and workshops and seminars. So I really enjoy that. So that would be a strength for me. So if I'm looking at my competitors, I can say, well, I do these things and I do them very well. And the feedback that I get has said that. So for you, you want to develop what that looks like. So in that, that's your internal piece, things that you look at yourself. But then I have weaknesses. Perhaps weaknesses would be planning events. That's not my forte, so I usually hire someone else to plan events for me. So that would be a weakness. If I needed to do something impromptu, I couldn't possibly do it because I'm going to need to bring someone else in. So that could be a weakness for me. So that's something you want to look at, and that you need a support system. It's not a bad thing. It's just a part that's not really a strength for you. It's not something strong capability that you have. So in weaknesses, we look at that also internally, and some of the questions are, what are your weaknesses? What do your competitors do better than you? And what can improve given the current situations? What can happen? What can we do to improve that? And what do others perceive as my weakness? That's really important. What do people see me as my weakness? So that's a question you want to ask, because it's really about establishing your business. Now let's look at the external environment. The external environment would be your opportunities and threats. Opportunities come a lot of times out of our weaknesses. So we know that I knew that I'm not really great at planning events, but that's something I could learn to do. So maybe I'll plan a small event and see how I can set up my time management and project management around that. So that's one of the things that you can do. Well, in opportunities, this is a very external piece. So because you can also receive a threat because you may have a weakness. So this is also an opportunity to improve. So what can you do? So these are some of the questions you would ask for opportunities. What trends or conditions may positively impact me? What are some of those things that can impact me to allow me to grow my business, to make a difference? And then also, what opportunities are available to you? What are opportunities available to me to, perhaps for you as a coach, how can you get your name more visible? Can you attend more events, do more networking? What are some opportunities to really get your name in the business, in the marketplace? And then there's threats. You always want to be concerned that there'll be new processes and new things that people can do with their business that you want to stay on board with. What are the latest ways of getting engaged with clients and meeting clients? And what are your competitors doing? Perhaps they're very creating a very niche market, a very small market. We talked about that before. A market that maybe they only work with executives, or they work with people that are in professional medical businesses, doctors and nurses and things of that nature. It might be a niche that they're working on, and maybe perhaps you need to develop that. So you want to think about what that looks like. So in your threats, these are some of the questions. What trends or conditions are negatively impacting you? You want to look at what's happening in the marketplace. And then what are your competitors doing that may impact you? What are they doing? Are they segmenting their business? Are they looking for smaller markets and growing from there, or wanting to be known as the person in that market? And do you have financial solid support? That's a big question that can support you to get you the branding that you need to do and the things that you need to take care of. What impact do your weaknesses have on the threats to you? What are they? You want to think about that as well. So these are some of the questions you want to ask yourself. So what I want you to do is take this SWOT analysis that I've given you in a template format and start really thinking about what are your strengths, what are your weaknesses, and then what are your opportunities from those weaknesses, but also what are opportunities you can gain from even understanding some of the threats that are taking place. So this is your opportunity to really do an analysis. Now, companies do this quite often. They don't do it just once and start their business. They actually do it perhaps quarterly or biannually, but you want to use this tool as you go along building your brand and your business. What are some of the things that you didn't know about, or things that come up that you want to keep in mind? So keep this all in mind as you build and grow your business. Again, this SWOT analysis is due on Sunday night, but I would definitely love for you to make comment or feedback earlier in the week. And I know we're now on Thursday, but if you can at least make some comments by no later than Saturday, and other people can respond to you, that would be great. There will not be any points deducted for posting at any time, and nor if you've posted, of course, to your classmate, responded to your classmates. So this is really more of an analytical tool, and I want to really get some feedback on how you think this will help you, what the effects will be. So I'm going to post that kind of question out there for you. Do you think you can really utilize this? Do you think this is a helpful tool? And then maybe after you write it, you can definitely in your response talk about some of the things that you hopefully will gain from this by using this tool. All right. Well, thank you so much for your time. Again, apologies for the lateness of the posting, but I know this will be very beneficial for you. And next week, we're actually going to have a webinar. I will get back with you on the time and day. We'll most likely do it through Zoom. This will be the chance to ask any questions or concerns that you have so far, and we'll begin to proceed with the marketing plan as planned in our syllabus. Thank you so much, and have a great evening. Bye-bye.